What's up? Husto7 here, and today I've got an out-of-the-box product review of the Califone GH131 Gaming Headset. This is a headset that you can use on a computer, including Windows and Mac, as well as on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. If you don't have a headset, this is a great one to consider, or if you're trying to replace or upgrade like a stock or the standard headsets that come with like an Xbox or the PlayStation, this is a great option because you're going to be able to transmit your party chat as well as any game audio right through this. No need for multiple devices, you don't need to wear an earbud or anything. This is going to do exactly what you need it to do and meet your gaming needs. So let me take you through some of the features of this headset that'll help you think about purchasing one. First off, it adjusts on both sides, left and right, just like most headsets do. But one of the things that's nice about it is that it really kind of stretches out. You can see I'm not straining the equipment or anything. This isn't going to break it. It's meant to stretch out like this. And this is pretty nice because I just recently interviewed some of my friends about their headsets that they use, and a couple of them complained about gaming with glasses on and how their headsets didn't comfortably fit over their glasses. They were kind of causing some pressure, or they were even straining their glasses, and so this is going to stretch out just enough and be nice so that you won't have to worry if you do play with glasses. It's going to be, if you have like a more round head or something, this is going to fit around without stressing the equipment or anything like that. It's nice and lightweight. It's not heavy, so you don't have to worry about it hurting on the top of your head or anything like that. Nice and lightweight, but still durable, and you can see that because it's got this sort of like plastic on top, it can stretch out pretty far. Now, one of my worries about this headset when I first got it was that the speakers seemed a little bit small, but I'm actually impressed to say that the sound quality as well as the volume that comes out of these speakers, even though that they're relatively small, is really good. Just as a point of reference, when I had this connected to my computer, I had my volume set to 12 most of the time. And that's pretty low, and that's a good thing because that means that I can still turn the volume way up if I need to hear some of those like small details like footsteps, in a game like Call of Duty or Counter-Strike or something. I can turn that volume up and hear those footsteps. Or if I'm just kind of sitting back listening to music, I can have the volume on, like an easy listening volume at 12, and it's nice. It's still high quality audio. So it's got a large, sort of like volume variance, which is really good for these little speakers. Additionally, they're nice and comfortable. It's got some thick padding, as well as this sort of like foam that's on the outside, so it cups your ears actually really nice, and it helps to sort of noise cancel, as well as it's really comfortable. I was wearing this headset for several hours while I was playing. No issue, no discomfort, anything like that. It's nice and comfortable. And again, I know that some headsets are sort of like the over-ear cups, sort of some of the higher end ones, but this one, even though it's not a full ear cup, it cups your ear canal in a way that it still sort of like noise cancels. When I'm wearing this right now, it significantly reduces the volume that I hear my own voice at. So that's a pretty nice feature. It's really nice. My wife, even when I was wearing this, was saying, you're shouting, and that's because it reduces the outside noise so much. I don't even know that I'm shouting so loudly because I need to speak so loud to even hear myself, because it really does a good job of sort of noise canceling the outside sound. Another cool feature about this is the flexible mic. So the mic right here is nice and flexible. You can see it moves all around, and that's great because if you're gaming and your party is saying that you're not loud enough, you can move the mic a little bit closer to your mouth, or if you're too loud, it's creating that kind of like boom effect, you can move it away right on the fly, and so you can kind of position the mic right where you need it to, even in a hurry. And I'm a gamer. I know what gamers do. I know that sometimes you're eating or something when you're playing, so this is nice too. If you need to, you can just move the mic right away. You can take a drink, you can grab something to eat, and then you can just move the mic right back, right? So I really like having the flexible mic, and it's meant to be flexible. You're not going to break it or anything. I know there are some headsets that, this piece is not very durable, but that's not true with this. It's meant to be bent all around, and so it's meant to be nice and flexible. Additionally, the mic does sort of fold up. It rotates on this axis, so if you want to sort of have it be a little bit more compact, or you want to have it out of the way, you can rotate it right up like this. And I know that some people like to hook their headset on their monitor or on their TV, so you can put it up just like that, hook it on, it'll be great, and then just fold it down right when you need to. So that's some of the features about the headset itself. Next, I'm going to talk about some of the features of what you can actually get out when it comes to sound quality. So if you're using this with the PC, you can actually just plug it in via a USB cable, and that's nice. Some headsets have the headphones as well as the mic inputs, dual input, but I like that this is just USB. It's one thing to plug in. It's nice and easy. Most computers, even laptops, have a USB port available, so that's great. You can plug that in, no worries about that. Then you have this little piece which can sort of sit right in your lap, and this sort of controls everything you need to for the headset. You can mute it right here with this switch. You've got your volume controls up and down, and then you've got two cool features about this headset, which the first is a 3D emulated surround sound effect. So again, it's just a 2-speaker headset, so it's an emulated or 3D effect, but you can actually emulate like 5.1 or 7.1 audio or stereo audio, and so that's really cool. And a practical use for that is that when I was using this headset the other day, I was able to get my game audio in one ear, and then I was able to get my voice volume in the other ear, and so that was really great because it helped, you know, these things weren't competing for each other. I helped sort of have them be separate. I heard one on one side, one on the other. It was nice and clear. It made it nice and easy to communicate with my party. Additionally, this has 4 different switches, which are preset equalizers. So if you're listening to music, you can set it and listen to some music. If you're doing YouTube, you know, recordings, like I can use these headsets for, you can play it back in like a studio mode, so you can listen to what it'd be like in a recording. And you can just kind of click through and find the one that you like best and then stick with that. And that's my only criticism of these headsets, and I've communicated it to the company, is that I would love to see some kind of indicator light or something, so that when you're clicking through these different modes, you could see which one you're on. But it's really not that big of a deal. You can click through and you can just sort of listen and say, okay, this is the one that I like, and then proceed to play. So that's a really cool feature to simulate some 3D effects, or if you want to use the equalizer. Now, I mentioned that you can use this on an Xbox and PlayStation as well, so you can actually disconnect this piece, and you can plug this end. It's a standard 3.5mm jack. You can plug it right into pretty much any device, but you can plug it into including an Xbox One if you've got the new version of the Xbox controller, or if you have the Legacy, you can plug it in with an adapter, the stereo adapter, or you can plug it directly into a PlayStation, so it'll just fit right in, and that's nice so that you can use it for the party chat or the game audio. Excuse me, and/or the game audio. Also, the cable length is really nice as well. I have a headset that has a really long cable, and you don't really need a long cable. You just need it to come, you know, from your ears down to maybe your lap where you hold the controller. And so the headset that I had been using had a really long cable, and it would constantly get tied up in my, you know, armrest, or would get tied, you know, flipped under my shirt or something, or even in the wheels of my chair. And so I like that it's nice and short. You don't have to worry about running over this cable or anything. You can just plug it in, it's nice and short, have the controller right in your lap. Easy, ready to go. So there you have it. This is the GH131 gaming headset from Califone. I think it's a pretty high quality headset for the price, and especially if you don't have a headset, think about getting one like this. You can switch it from PC to, you know, your console anytime you want. You can use it on a Mac or Windows. Or if you're thinking about replacing like a stock, you know, even the stereo Xbox headset doesn't have as high quality audio as this. Even though that's like an over-the-ear one, I would prefer this headset even over the, you know, like the new stereo Xbox One headset, as well as any like the stock headsets, you know, which is the single ear. This is going to be much better. You got the 2 speakers, and you can emulate some of the 3D effects. So there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. If you need more information, please feel free to visit califone.com.